the tiniest countries in the world, ready to explore some of the world's best-kept secrets. Today, we're diving into the tiniest countries on the planet, places so small they might just surprise you. I'm talking seriously small, like smaller than a shopping mall small. We're not talking about places you can tour in a day. These are countries you could explore during your lunch break. So buckle up for a fun trip to the tiniest nations on Earth. Let's roll! First up, we're heading to the heart of Rome, Italy, to a place even smaller than a Mini Cooper, Vatican City. Yep, the Pope's house is the world's most famous and smallest backyard. Vatican City is home to about 800 people, most of whom probably bump into each other trying to find their cars. Imagine trying to order a pizza in this country. Everyone's practically your neighbor. You could probably walk across the whole place in the time it takes to listen to your favorite song. But don't let the size fool you. Vatican City is jam-packed with more history and art than you can shake a selfie stick at. We're talking about St. Peter's Basilica, the Vatican Museums, and of course, the Sistine Chapel, where Michelangelo painted for 4 years straight. Can you imagine spending 4 years painting a ceiling? My neck hurts just thinking about it. Let's move on to our next tiny country. Next, we're trading our comfy shoes for a pair of designer loafers because we're heading to Monaco. This tiny country, just 2.02 square kilometers, is practically bursting at the seams with luxury. We're talking about a place so glamorous, even the pigeons wear tiny diamond necklaces. Monaco is basically a playground for the rich and famous, where yachts are bigger than houses, and everyone seems to be driving a sports car. It's so small that you could probably throw a football across the entire country. If you could find a place to stand without tripping over a diamond-studded chihuahua, that is. But hey, who needs space when you've got breathtaking views of the Mediterranean Sea from your penthouse suite, right? Plus, you might even bump into a Formula One driver on your morning jog. From the glitz and glamour of Monaco, we're hopping over to the Pacific Ocean, to a little island nation called Nauru. This place is so small, you could walk around its 21 square kilometers in the time it takes to watch an episode of your favorite sitcom. Nauru's got a pretty interesting story. Back in the day, it was rolling in cash thanks to its massive phosphate deposits. Now, phosphate is basically bird poop that's been hanging out for millions of years. But trust me, it's valuable stuff. Think of it as nature's lottery ticket. These days, Nauru is a lot more laid back, with stunning beaches and crystal clear waters. It's the perfect place to escape the hustle and bustle and just chill out. Hold on to your hats, because we're flying to Tuvalu, another island nation in the Pacific Ocean. This place is so tiny and remote, you might even need a magnifying glass to find it on a map. Tuvalu is made up of 9 beautiful islands, and the main island is so small you could walk across it in less time than it takes to cook a bowl of instant ramen. Imagine having a whole beach all to yourself. You, the sand, the sun, and maybe a coconut or two for company. Talk about paradise. We're leaving the Pacific behind and heading back to Europe, to a tiny country nestled right in the heart of Italy, San Marino. This place is so old, it practically invented the word ancient. We're talking about a country that's been around since the Roman Empire was still a thing. And get this, San Marino claims to be the oldest republic in the world. That's some serious bragging rights right there. It's built on a mountaintop, so the views are absolutely incredible. You can see for miles in every direction. It's like being on top of the world. Plus, they've got castles, cobblestone streets, and enough history to fill 1,000 textbooks. Next up, we're hopping over to Liechtenstein, a country so small it makes Rhode Island look like Texas. This place is sandwiched between Switzerland and Austria, and it's basically what would happen if you combined the best of both countries and shrunk it down to just 160 square kilometers. We're talking about stunning mountains, charming villages, and enough cows wearing bells to make a symphony orchestra jealous. Liechtenstein is so peaceful and quiet, you can practically hear the sound of a snowflake falling. For our final stop, we're heading back to the Pacific Ocean, to the Marshall Islands. Now, this one's a bit different. It's not one single island, but a whole bunch of them scattered across the ocean like someone dropped a box of Cheerios in the bathtub. We're talking about over 1,000 islands and islets spread out over an area bigger than the entire state of California. That's a lot of island hopping. The Marshall Islands are famous for their incredible coral reefs, crystal clear waters, and a history that's both fascinating and a little bit heartbreaking. You see, the Marshall Islands were a major battleground during World War II, and today you can still find remnants of that conflict, like sunken ships and old military bunkers. And there you have it, the world's smallest countries. These mini nations might be tiny, but they're packed with charm, culture, and stunning views. So next time someone complains their society is too small, just remind them, at least they don't have to share it with a whole country. From the Vatican City to the Marshall Islands, these tiny nations prove that big things often come in small packages. Thanks for sticking around. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you're the first to know when a new video drops.